Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Armstrong back with you again today. My Tuesday tips today came kind of late simply because there are some things that I needed to do this morning and into this afternoon. First, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for all of your acts of kindness that you have shown to me during the loss of my father, which was very unexpected. Your words, your acts of kindness, your showings of love, everything that you guys have said or done, the cards, the gifts, it has truly been, now I can't say overwhelming, but the love has been overwhelmingly shown. And I am just so thankful to have such a wonderful circle of people around me and my family that was there for us during this most difficult time, because it really was a difficult time. Being a minister 23 years, I have officiated services, funeral services, homegoing services, what have you, over the years. And I've sat on that front row before, but not for the loss of a parent. It's a different feeling. It's a different feeling. God gave me the strength on yesterday to perform the committal service for my father as we laid him to eternal rest. And so I kind of gave my wife this scenario. When I was a child, my father would put me to bed. Now was my turn to put him to bed. And I stayed there until the cemetery workers finished burying him, putting the earth back into the ground. And I just wanted to have that closure, knowing that even though death is a final stage, it is a final stage on this end, he's having a wonderful time on the other side. I mean, he's singing and shouting and just having himself a real good time. But on this end, there is a major adjustment, and I needed that closure for myself to stand there, be there as they completed the burial process. And I want to say this, today I officiated another funeral of a wonderful family friend. He was just a loving guy, had a heart of gold. I officiated and eulogized him today. He was close to the family. As a matter of fact, some of his grandchildren are my cousins. And, it makes us think that this life that we live, there are no certainties. And death pushes you to a certain level of acceptance because of its finalization. It pushes you to a certain acceptance that you have, even though some people may not want to, but you have to accept what has happened. And this whole process has shed a light to me on many things, to say the least. Many things. And one of those many things are the level of respect. My church, I attend the United House of Prayer for All People, went above and beyond the call of duty in assisting my family during my father's homegoing service. I must say, above and beyond. The ushers on duty, to the musical groups on the program who came from out of town, the ministers who came from out of town, they were outstanding. I met some of my relatives who I had never met before, first cousins on my father's side who I had never met before. And they said they've never seen a service like that. In the house of prayer, we believe in having a good time. Ain't no dry, sit there, bone dry funeral. No, we have homegoing services, singing, shouting, praising God. My father was a quartet singer. If you know anything about traditional gospel quartet singing, it ain't no stand still type of thing. Okay? But it pushes us to have a level of acceptance. It pushes us to have a level of expectation that we may not have had before. It pushes us to love a little harder. It pushes us to love a little deeper. And as a therapist, I counsel people all the time, and seeing how this grieving process has affected me and the acceptance level that I had to accept, it is an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. You know, I would naturally, I would, if I could turn back the hands of time and bring my father back here, I would do that. But then the spiritual part of me kicks in and says that I can't be selfish, because nobody knows the pain that my father may have been in. Nobody knows the uncomfortableness that my father may have been experiencing. Nobody knows. But now I know that his soul is free and he's resting. He's not in pain anymore. And over there in glory, he can sing and shout and do what he wants to do, what he loves to do. He was the last surviving sibling of his brothers and sisters. Out of 7, he outlived them all. And, you know, I will say this. Families must learn to stick together. Husbands and wives, stick together. It's not about trying to have all the attention or be in the spotlight or have some type of one up on the other. Work together. That's what my parents did. They worked together. And it worked for 63 years. 63 years. It worked. And in this day and age, it can work. Yeah, my parents went through some financial troubles and difficulties. I've seen them struggle a little. I've seen it. I've seen it. But they stuck together. They didn't give up. And I know that this may not be the Tuesday kind of tip you want to hear, but for couples out there who may be experiencing something, stick together. You're stronger together than you are separated. And I do a lot of marriage counseling as well. You're stronger together than you are separated. But you have to come to the table to some type of agreement. I'm going to close off there because there are some things that I need to get done. But look, folks, love one another. Love is the key that unlocks the door to any opportunity. Love is the key. I look forward to you. Like and subscribe, and let's keep moving on in a positive direction. God bless you.